Hello students, once again welcome to English Literature Classroom. Today I am going to give a long question with answer from the poem The Gift of India by Sarojini Naidu. Before starting the question, let me tell you something about the poem. In the poem, the poetess become emotionally and sentimentally charged towards our martyr and the sacrifices of the sons of the Indian soil. During this period, India was under the atrocities and exploitations of the British rule. Come on, let's start the question. The Gift of India by Sarojini Naidu is a tribute to the Indian soldiers who sacrificed their lives during the World War I, discussed with close reference to the text. Answer. In the poem The Gift of India, Sarojini Naidu underlines the fact of Indians being slaves of the British before being Indians. The background of the poem helps us understand the poem better. During the World War I, the British who ruled India then sent about many Indian soldiers to distant land to fight their cause. Many soldiers let down their lives and many others were wounded. Indian soldiers proved vital for victories in many fronts. Unfortunately, they were completely forgotten. In the poem The Gift of India, Sarojini Naidu pays a glowing tribute to these brave Indian soldiers, the precious gift of India to the Britishers who used them and forgot them. Torn from their mother's breast, the sons of India were entrusted to their British masters. They did not know for what they were fighting. They yielded to the drumbeats of duty and fought till the last. This was the most precious gifts of India, richer than the gifts of garments, grain, or gold. The poet recalls the sacrifices made by Indian soldiers during the World War I. Thousands of miles away from their homes, the Indian soldiers fought bravely and let down their lives, but their dead bodies lay unattended on the grassy fields of Flanders and France. In a beautiful image, the poet says that the unattended dead bodies were like the flowers which are cut down casually and which lie scattered only to be trod upon. Paying a glowing tribute to the dead Indian soldiers, the poet compares their dead bodies to priceless pearls scattered by the Persian Sea. The poet then imagines that the death of the Indian soldiers would not go in vain. Their sacrifices would ensure a world in which terror and hate would cease to exist. The war would come to an end and peace would prevail. Love and memory would be the foundation of this new peaceful world. The poet reminds everybody, the English as well Indians, that those who let down their lives sincerely and honestly deserve to be commemorated. Their sacrifices would be acknowledged and honored. Memorials should be erected with a sense of gratitude in their memory. Up to this much. In my next video, I am going to bring something new. Until then, goodbye.